Hi, Taehyung lovers. Welcome back to the Taehyung Lovers channel for ARMY all around the world. ARMY, don't skip, because the concert hasn't even started yet. But Toronto has already transformed. BTS is already at Rogers Stadium for rehearsal and soundcheck, while excitement surrounding Kim Taehyung and Jungkook is heating up. In this video, we will discuss BTS's soundcheck, preparations for the ARIRANG concert, the wave of ARMY in Toronto, merchandise, BTS pop-up, and who will steal the most attention when BTS finally stands on stage. So watch until the end. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell, and make this video go viral, so the world will always see the goodness of Kim Taehyung and BTS. August 2026. Soundcheck at Rogers Stadium, Toronto, Canada. Wait. The concert hasn't even started yet, but Toronto has already changed. BTS is at the stadium today, beginning their first rehearsal and soundcheck at Rogers Stadium in Toronto, Canada. And here is the part that is making many people find it hard to believe. Before a single official song is performed in front of tens of thousands of people, before the main lights are turned on, and before the screams of ARMY shake the arena, BTS fever has already taken over Toronto's attention. The question now is no longer, is Toronto ready for BTS? The much more exciting question is, how big will the wave be when tens of thousands of ARMY finally enter Rogers Stadium and all 7 BTS members stand together on stage? BTS is scheduled to perform in Toronto on August 22nd and 23rd, 2026, as part of the BTS World Tour ARIRANG, making this weekend one of the most highly anticipated moments for ARMY in Canada. The members have begun rehearsals in Canada, marking the start of the final preparations ahead of their major meeting with ARMY in one of the most dynamic cities in North America. Soundcheck is not simply an ordinary technical session. Behind every sound being tested, every light being checked, and every movement on stage, there is extensive preparation to make sure the show runs at its best. Sound quality, stage setup, production coordination, and the energy BTS will bring when standing in front of a sea of ARMY are all being prepared. OMG, BTS has managed to create a wave of excitement during rehearsals and soundcheck in Toronto, even before the official concert begins. Rogers Stadium has now become the center of attention, while fans from different cities and countries are beginning to arrive to be part of what could become one of the biggest moments in the journey of the BTS World Tour ARIRANG. The atmosphere inside the stadium during preparations offers an exclusive glimpse of what is about to happen. Rows of seats that have not yet been filled with spectators, the stage area that continues to be prepared, and crews moving around the venue create an atmosphere that is calm, yet filled with tension. Behind the seemingly quiet stadium, BTS and the entire team are busy preparing. And this is what makes ARMY even more impatient, because in a short time, the stadium that is currently filled with technical activity will transform into a sea of people, lights, music, and the screams of tens of thousands of fans. Before the concert begins, BTS is already inside the stadium. Rehearsals have started. Soundcheck is underway. And for ARMY, that means one thing: BTS is truly here. While BTS prepares their performances inside the stadium, the atmosphere outside the venue is no less extraordinary. ARMY's journey to Toronto is not simply an ordinary trip. Long lines, fan activities, and the hunt for merchandise have become part of the major experience leading up to the concert. Kim Taehyung and Jungkook merchandise has become one of the main focuses of attention, showing just how strong the fans' excitement is for these two superstars. Many ARMY are willing to arrive early, wait, and spend hours just to get merchandise or simply become part of the BTS atmosphere that is now filling Toronto. To some people, this might look like nothing more than a line. But for ARMY, there is a much deeper story behind it. Some fans have come from other cities, some have traveled long distances, and some may have been waiting for the chance to see BTS for months or even years. They are not coming just to buy merchandise. They are coming to be part of history. Toronto is now truly being taken over by ARMY. BTS has arrived for their 2 major shows at Rogers Stadium, and the entire atmosphere of the city is beginning to feel the wave of this global fandom's presence. With the venue's very large capacity and 2 nights of performances, the overall fan attendance is expected to reach tens of thousands of people. The exact attendance figure, of course, depends on the official concert configuration and organizer data, but one thing is already clear. BTS is bringing a major event to Toronto. This is not just about one concert. It is about 2 nights when one city becomes a meeting point for ARMY from different places. It is not only the stadium that has become the center of attention. Fan activities, merchandise, community gatherings, and the BTS pop-up in Toronto show how BTS's presence has grown into a cultural phenomenon that goes beyond the concert nights themselves. Toronto is now not simply a stop on a world tour. The city is transforming into a celebration space for ARMY, where music, fashion, fandom, and global energy come together in one atmosphere. And in the middle of this euphoria, the names Kim Taehyung and Jungkook are once again becoming major centers of attention. The excitement surrounding both of them can be seen through the high level of fan conversations, interest in merchandise, and every latest update emerging from Toronto. Hashtags such as hashtag VBTS, hashtag KimTaehyung, hashtag Jungkook, hashtag taekook, as well as conversations surrounding hashtag BTS WORLD TOUR ARIRANG Toronto, are also becoming part of the digital wave connecting ARMY in Toronto with fans around the world. Even before BTS officially performs, Toronto has already become the center of attention for the global community. And this is what has always been BTS's strength. They don't need to wait for the concert to begin to create a major conversation. One photo can go viral. One short video from the stadium can spread across different countries. One moment between BTS members can make millions of people talk about it. To an ordinary person, it might only be a few seconds. But to ARMY who have been waiting for so long, every second feels important. From the first steps toward the stadium, the long lines for merchandise, pop-up activities, to the news about BTS's soundcheck inside Rogers Stadium, everything is becoming part of the bigger story being written in Toronto. 2 nights, 1 city, and a global phenomenon. BTS is at the stadium today. The members have begun rehearsals in Canada. Soundcheck is part of the final preparations before they meet tens of thousands of ARMY in person. Inside Rogers Stadium, preparations continue. Outside the stadium, fans continue to arrive. Excitement for Kim Taehyung, Jungkook, RM, Jin, Suga, jhope, and Jimin is becoming increasingly palpable. Every fan may have their own favorite member, but when the music begins, everyone will be united under one name, BTS. This is not simply a concert weekend. This is the moment when Toronto becomes the center of the BTS world. There are fans who came because a song once accompanied them through a difficult time. There are those who grew up with BTS's music. There are those who have waited for years to see the 7 members standing together on stage. There are also those who have traveled long distances just to be able to say, I finally made it here. And perhaps this is the most emotional part. When the stadium lights are turned off later and the first music begins to echo, all those journeys will come together in one moment. There will be no more distance, no more phone screens, no more countdown. There will only be BTS and ARMY. With tens of thousands of fans expected to fill the 2 nights of performances, BTS is preparing to bring the energy of the BTS World Tour ARIRANG to the Toronto stage. But even before the main lights are turned on, before the first music echoes, and before a sea of light sticks fills the stadium, one thing is already clear. BTS has arrived, rehearsals have begun, soundcheck is underway, and Toronto is fully prepared for a weekend that will become part of the global conversation. So now the question for you, ARMY. Who do you think will steal the most attention in Toronto? Will it be Kim Taehyung with his stage charisma, Jungkook with his explosive energy, or perhaps the moment when all 7 BTS members stand together again in front of a sea of ARMY? Write your thoughts in the comments section. And that is the latest BTS news. Soundcheck at Rogers Stadium, Toronto. Who do you think will steal the most attention, Kim Taehyung, Jungkook, or all 7 BTS members? Write your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell if you enjoy this content. If you don't like it, Feel free to skip because Taehyung lovers never forces anyone. Keep following the latest news about Kim Taehyung and BTS only on the Taehyung Lovers channel, and don't forget to make it go viral so the world will always see the goodness of Kim Taehyung. Thank you, stay safe, and see you in the next news update.